People call.
Call Ken. That's 1-800-CALL-KEN.
Every day. Sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai.
The dangerous heat continues with Viper 6 alert days in effect now through Tuesday. Highs in the mid to upper 90s with the heat index up to 113. And also the chance of severe weather tomorrow. I'll have all those details coming up.
Right now, News Channel 6 at 4. If you work outside in the hot and humid weather, what can you do to beat this heat? Advice from the experts.
And a big conference is underway in Augusta, bringing attention to technology and cybersecurity. We'll let you know what this means for our cyber defense.
Plus, judicial reform in South Carolina, the push from the Attorney General, as your News at 4 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 4.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Brad Mead.
And I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll get to those stories in a moment, but first, wow, things are heating up across the CSRA.
It is downright oppressive out there. Meteorologist Jennifer Traucci tracking it all. Another Viper 6 alert day is upon us, and Jenna, I know you're taking a look at what we can expect this week as well.
That's right. It was a very hot day, and we're continuing to see these temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. Augusta was at 97 just a few moments ago, now dropped down to 96, 95 in Thompson, still at that 97-degree mark in Barnwell, low 90s in Allendale, 96 in Sylvania, Wrightsville at 98, 97 in Lincolnton, and 92 in Edgefield. Now, the key is that the dew points are in the mid to upper 70s in a lot of locations, especially our western counties, 77 in McCormick, Washington, and Crawfordville, and almost at that 80-degree mark in Sparta. So when you put that into consideration, the heat index is well into the triple digits. We're sitting at 108 as that feels like temperature in both Augusta and Aiken, but higher amounts from McCormick all the way down to Sandersville, 110 as the current feels like temperature in Sparta, 111 in Washington, and 113 in McCormick. That's about as hot as it's going to feel the rest of this afternoon and early evening. There's an excessive heat warning from Wilkes County down to Emmanuel for that heat index up to 113. The rest of the CSRA under a general heat advisory. This also goes until 8 p.m. this evening. That's for the heat index up to 111. However, as you saw in that heat index map, pretty much the entire CSRA dealing with those values up to 113 this evening. And tomorrow we'll have another very hot day. Heat advisory for the entire CSRA. Our western counties likely up to 109. For the central and eastern counties, we're going to be up to 111 tomorrow. It's a partly cloudy day, not much rain around. Our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam showing dry conditions in Augusta. For live Viper 6, just a few showers and storms here and there. Tracking a few down in Emmanuel County, right along I-16 and along Highway 1, just to the south of Swainsboro. We have some brief heavy rainfall, a weak disturbance across the CSRA, but our main focus here is this cold front that's still out towards the west. That will bring us a better chance of rain and storms tomorrow, but in the meantime, can't rule out a stray shower tonight as temperatures remain hot in the mid-90s, 89 by the 8 o'clock hour. So Viper 6 alert day goes through Tuesday. Once again, the heat index from around 109 to 113. Scattered showers and storms headed our way tomorrow. And that cold front will not only bring us the rain, but it will also bring us some much-needed heat relief on Wednesday. I'll have all those details coming up, but back to you.
All right, Jenna, thanks. And speaking of the heat, people who have been working outside all summer, most of them anyway, seem to have nailed down the art of staying cool.
Hannah Latier is live now to tell us what they do to deal with these dangerously hot temperatures. Hannah?
Thank you, Jenny. Scientists say July was a record-breaking month for high temperatures globally. And with temperatures still soaring in our area, it's important to know how to stay safe if you have to be outside. For construction workers and landscapers, being properly hydrated and taking consistent breaks is the key to avoiding a hospital visit. And because they start working as early as 6 a.m. and stay as late as 5 p.m., they tell us it's essential to replenish electrolytes and listen to what your body is telling you. They've learned all this from past experiences.
I've been overheated before to where I had to stop and sit down and not work anymore. Just seen spots, and then I finally got fatigued, and I was at work with him one day, and when it happened to me, I couldn't do no more. I was shaking, then started getting cold, like in the hives, so I stopped.
The heat advisory and Viper 6 alert day for many counties in our area will extend until tomorrow. Live in Augusta, Hannah Latier, WJBF News Channel 6.
All right, Hannah, thank you. Starting tomorrow, work on an Augusta Railroad could mean you'll need to take a detour. CSX is closing the crossing along Laney Walker Boulevard between Twiggs and 5th Streets, so a new switch can be installed. This is the crossing directly under Gordon Highway. Work will begin at 9 a.m. tomorrow and run through 5 p.m. Friday. Augusta is hosting the 10th annual TechNet conference this week. The 4-day event focuses on cybersecurity and our military. Graham Lee has a look at what the conference means for the city. Graham?
Well, yeah, Jenny, the conference is one of the biggest events the city hosts, and the main goal is to raise awareness in making sure the U.S. Army is protected from a cyber attack. This year's theme is Enabling Data-Centric Army. They expect 5,000 attendees to come throughout the week, and the conference will generate close to $4 million. A spokesperson says this is not only a chance to learn about cybersecurity, but how to protect our nation.
And most people, have a lot of pride and want to be a part of that. And so this is one of the big events, along with a couple other flagship conferences that we do, where we present that opportunity for folks to make a difference.
Now, the conference will continue the rest of this week, and to find more information on how you can attend, just visit our website at WJBF.com. Jenny?
All right, thank you so much, Graham. It's a panel that was mandated.
State lawmakers are going to go back to Columbia in January to start the second year of this 2-year legislative session.
Coming up, kids and medicine safety.
Plus, teenage drivers with the chance to get some special lessons to stay safe on the road. Stay with us.
Yay, technology!
Welcome back, everybody. Thousands of children have to go to the hospital every year for taking pills or supplements that adults leave out. It can lead to big problems, as Justin Finch reports.
In 2020 alone, about 35,000 kids under 6 years old were brought to emergency rooms because they got into medicines that were left within reach. Storing your medicines in a safe and secure place where kids can't see or reach them can help keep your kids safe. Store medications in a high cabinet or closet. And don't forget to put your medicines, vitamins, or supplements away right after you give or take them. If you're planning to go on vacation, be sure to pack medicines in child-resistant containers. And at hotels, again, keep the meds in a safe or high up on a shelf or cabinet. Gummy vitamins and supplements may be especially attractive to young kids and can be dangerous if ingested, so keep those out of sight as well. With this Medical Minute, I'm Justin Finch, ABC News.
Dozens of new teen drivers have been given special lessons on staying safe while on the road. Hundreds of drivers attended driving classes in North Carolina over the weekend. The goal is to prevent crashes, which are a leading cause of death among young drivers. Organizers say the biggest takeaway for the students is to avoid distracted driving.
Distracted driving is among the leading cause of fatalities across the board. It has actually surpassed speeding as the #1 contributing factor of fatal collisions. So Doug has taken it upon himself to implement a distracted driving course to press home the importance of never driving distracted and never driving impaired.
Similar events took place in other parts of the country, including Nebraska and California.
Well, here we are, another Viper 6 alert day, tracking these increasing temperatures across the CSRA.
Jenna Petracci has your full forecast when we come back.
I'm attorney. Sonic $2.99 Buffalo Chicken Dip Bites.
This is a WJBF live Viper 6 alert.
Good Monday afternoon. I hope you're staying cool today. It's been very, very hot. Our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over in Swainsboro showing some high-level clouds outside. The main story today is definitely the heat. We've had plenty of sunshine and not a lot of rain, so definitely not much heat relief today. 96 degrees here in town with a southwest wind of 9 miles per hour, bringing in a lot of moisture. Dew point sitting at 74 degrees. So let's get right to those temperatures across the region. We're seeing low to upper 90s, 93 in Sparta, 92 in Crawfordville, but 97 in McCormick. And right next door, sitting at 98 in Lincolnton, 99 now in Barnwell and Bamberg, 95 in Aiken. So the dew points are really playing a factor here in how hot it's actually feeling. We're seeing a lot of mid to upper 70s, dew point of 78 in Sparta. When you factor that in, the heat index is up to 109 in Sparta, seeing 109 as well in Thompson, McCormick, 108 in Augusta and Aiken, and 113 in Barnwell. So 113 is around the hottest temperature we'll have this afternoon and early evening. Notice the excessive heat warning in effect. That goes until 8 p.m. tonight. We also have a heat advisory in effect for the remainder of the counties in the CSRA. That's for the heat index up to 111. And then for Tuesday, a similar situation. The entire CSRA under that general advisory. I'm expecting the western counties to reach 109 and the central and eastern counties to reach 111. So maybe a couple degrees cooler than it was today, but nonetheless still very hot. As for Live Viper 6, as I mentioned, not a lot of relief when it comes to any rain. The majority of us are nice and dry, but I am tracking a few showers here and there in Emmanuel County, just outside of Swainsboro. Some light rain over Stillmore. Tomorrow we'll have a better chance of rain and thunderstorms, but the Viper 6 alert day is more so for the heat rather than the storms. In fact, we'll be starting out the day nice and dry, plenty of sunshine by 10 a.m., which will really allow us to heat up. More clouds and the chance of rain starting around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So definitely remember those heat safety tips once again for your Tuesday. Try to limit your time outside as much as possible. And when you do go outside, wear some very light clothing, light colored clothing as well, and keep water and definitely some electrolytes with you as well. So high of 96 tomorrow, feeling around 111, but then we have some big changes starting by the middle of the week. We'll have some drier air move in behind the cold front. Highs will be more so around that 90-degree mark with the heat index in the upper 90s, so more so typical for this time of the year. Also tonight, a marginal risk of severe weather for a few of our counties here to the north of Augusta. Though as you saw in Live Viper 6, really not a lot of storm activity. We'll have a few showers and storms here and there, but I'm expecting the threat to more so be for tomorrow as the entire CSRA is then included in that marginal risk. So possible gusty winds and hail tomorrow, though the morning will start out dry and pretty sunny. Notice more clouds moving in by the afternoon with these scattered showers and storms about. Most of them look pretty weak until we go into around the 6, 7 o'clock hour. That's when we'll have some stronger cells develop. Once again, could contain some damaging winds and large hail, then just some light rain showers by around midnight. Also, I'm tracking the tropics. We've been pretty quiet over the last several weeks, but we do have 2 more areas of potential development off the coast of Africa. One of these is a wave, 30% chance over the next week, and then a low pressure area expected to form right ahead of that, 20% chance of that over the next week. Lows tonight, though, will be in the mid-70s, above average, very muggy and humid, of course, tomorrow. Highs in the mid-90s. Your 10-day forecast showing that alert day tomorrow. 60% chance of rain and storms combined with the heat. Only 20% chance of rain for Wednesday and Thursday. Much less humid. Highs only around 90. Lows dropping into the upper 60s. And then a really nice stretch from Friday all the way through next Monday. Plenty of sunshine and near average temperatures. Back to you, Jenny and Brad.
All right, thank you, Jenna. The wildfires in Maui are now considered the deadliest wildfire in modern U.S. history. The death toll tragically climbing to at least 96 people, and hundreds are still missing.
Recovery assistance continues to pour into the island, and questions of accountability are mounting, as Melissa Adon reports.
A tragedy scarring the island of Maui, thousands impacted. The wildfire in the historic city of Lahaina, scorching 2,100 acres and damaging or destroying more than 2,700 structures. Video recorded from residents who were caught in the wind-whipped inferno Tuesday, showing how they huddled against the seawall, running to the water for safety. Lahaina resident Denny Euchert recording this video. He says he tried sending to his family as he feared he was not going to survive.
If I don't make it through this, I love everybody.
You saw basically embers falling from the sky. You witnessed your car blow up in front of your face. How would you best describe what you went through?
Hell. I can honestly say I've been through hell and back, but I came so close to giving up. And gentleman on my right and gentleman on my left didn't survive.
Emergency crews still going block by block searching for remains, and work is underway to house the now hundreds of displaced families. Maui resident and Fleetwood Mac Band member Mick Fleetwood has owned a restaurant in Lahaina for more than a decade.
We've come out of this and come back like other communities have done, and this is now one of those communities coming back from complete and utter devastation.
But frustration aimed at county and state officials is growing. Survivors say they never heard sirens warning of evacuations. The Hawaii Emergency Management Agency confirms none were activated. The question now is why. For those looking to help, Hawaii's governor thanking those for monetary donations. He says Hawaii's Community Foundation is purchasing goods here on the island, as otherwise it's too difficult to accept goods unless they're directly shipped here. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Maui.
Now, one class action lawsuit has been filed accusing power companies of leaving their power lines energized when they knew there was a risk of fire.
According to Hawaiian Electric, they cannot comment on pending litigation and that the cause of the fire has not yet been determined. We'll be right back.
Let me tell you.
Well, the role of teacher has changed so much over the years. Teachers have had to adapt from their lesson plans in the classroom to teaching virtually. But what hasn't changed is their love for their profession and their love for the children.
Hi, I'm Marla Schultz with Kroger. Teachers do an extraordinary job educating our children and preparing them for the future. Help us honor these special educators. If you know an outstanding teacher, nominate them for the Golden Apple Award at WJBF.com.
The Augusta Metro Chamber invites you to their
When the cranes go up front, right?
Say goodbye to stress and say hello.
All night.
A company in Japan now offers what it calls giraffe naps. They are special pods so workers can sleep standing up. An occasional power nap is a common practice in Japan because workers frequently complain of death by overwork.
A little sleep break is said to boost a person's concentration and energy as long as it's just a short nap. It's not just for workplaces. These pods showing up in coffee shops all over Japan.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, I'll take one. There's more coverage you can count on coming up next on News Channel 6 at 4:30.
Including former President Donald Trump.
The past few days have been very, very hot. We've had Viper 6 alert days over the weekend, continuing that today and for our Tuesday, because the heat index will be up to 113 with heat alerts in place once again for our Tuesday. I'll have all the details on that, plus a look at our severe weather risk coming up.
Donald Trump could potentially be indicted for a fourth time, this time in connection with his alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election results. I'm Rena Roy in Atlanta, and I'll have the latest coming up.
Plus, the impacts of inflation on the state of Georgia. And a home reduced to rubble after an explosion. We'll have a look.
Live from Television Park, this is